welfare ground at Newbridge, scene of match number 4 in Japan's 1983 Tour of Wales. Again, a wet, breezy afternoon seems to be in store, but the tourists, of course, have shown themselves well able to rise above adverse conditions and entertain. Well, this is the first time for a national touring side to play here, and it's very much a festive occasion. The only sad thing being that Newbridge skipper Jim Stokes is unavailable. He's in hospital, and happily we hear that he is recovering. The recent record of Newbridge, 8 wins out of 9 games, so Newbridge all set to give Japan a real run for their money. We join the action a little way into the match. Lloyd Davis, Newbridge's scrum half. Paul Turner, the standoff. A bit of solid Welsh jinking by him. Newbridge get as far as their opponents' 22. One would like to have seen Scottish referee Mr. Eric Allen allow a little advantage to Newbridge. They had possession, instead of which he penalises Japan for attempting to block the ruck. Japan have missed a penalty from this sort of range at the other end. Can Turner put this one over? No mistake by Paul Turner, and the home team are in the lead. And the crowd applauds Turner's kick. Japan fall behind. Kobayashi restarts. A good call from Andy Stimpson and take by the lock. Torn away by Ransom, delivered to Turner. Oh, he's taking on the Japanese back row. Brilliant running by Turner, and now Ransom takes it up, penetrating Japanese territory. Takada, one of the flankers, was in the way. Good ruck by Newbridge. Lloyd Davis, Turner again in the movement. Is he going to dummy them again? This is Glasson brushing aside Japanese tackling, which is suspect this afternoon. 14 keeps running. He's got support from number 7, and number 6, Peter Jones, scores! They brought back though for a forward pass just outside the Japanese try line. Peter Jones so disappointed. And here they come, Turner's in it, and look at this good running by number 14, Glasson, and he's got support when he needs it from Griffiths, and Peter Jones takes the scoring pass that turns out to be just forward. The halfway line. Matsuo. This is Kobayashi. Some great running. Japan will have men over on this side. That's the great Hayashi. And is the hooker going to score? Fujita! A try for Fujita. But again, the referee brings them back for a forward pass. And that's the second scoring pass in this match, which has been fractionally forward. And the disappointment shows on the face of Fujita. But it was spectacle, wasn't it? Even if the referee didn't allow it. Tremendous running, support running by the hooker, and he gets up to be disappointed. A good platform this time for Japan to launch an attack. Their problem being to win possession from the tall Harris and short, but it's very loose across Newbridge's line, and a Japanese has got through and has scored. Konishi, the scrum half, scores the first try of the afternoon for Japan. Japan are in the lead. And interestingly, just making the point that Newbridge were able to win line-out possession at will, but they do it untidily, and that's fatal because that's exactly what the Japanese are expecting. And under the bundle is little Konishi. Kobayashi seeks to convert the try. Japan are worth a goal. They lead by 6 points to 3 at the welfare ground. That was well done by Newbridge. Turner. The Japanese have taken his dummy almost every time he's decided to run. Newbridge will get the put in inside Japan's 22 on the move forward. Japan lose a lock. They lose Kawachi, hurt at the line-out just then. And now Oyagi, 17 for Japan, is called on by Mr. Allen and warmly welcomed by the crowd. It looks to me then as if Japan could well arrive at the interval, leading by that try they scored through Konishi. Newbridge knocking it down untidily from a line-out. Here's Turner, here's Paul Evans. A mismove with Owen, and Wayne Bowe feeds it to Glasson, whose dangerous running has been in evidence more than once. Great running by the wing, and a good tackle indeed by Yasuda. But Glasson has kept the ball available and live. Good work by him. Well, Alan Glasson on the Newbridge right, that's the second time he's had the Japanese defence in an absolute panic. Phil Bennett is sitting here with me. A very entertaining first half we've had, Phil.
Here we see Newbridge getting the ball away, Lloyd Davis out to Turner, and we've seen this rugby all afternoon. A mismove in here, Wayne Bowen as well, and gives it to this strong man Glasson. Look at him leave his wing there and go on the outside. A beautiful run here, and he seems to be going into the corner, but the Japanese cover is good, and they just about stop it there.
Newbridge using newcomer this season, Simon Harris, a lot at the lines out. That was him. You see him wearing 5. The other lock, number 4, is Stimpson. And the heavier Newbridge forwards doing well. But Konishi, not for the first time, harassing Lloyd Davis. And here's Turner's recovery. He's really puzzled the Japanese with his brilliant running and sidestepping this afternoon. But Martin Short, a word from the referee for use of the boot. Newbridge's number 8 sent packing.
And here we see now Newbridge players goes down here, and what's Short there, just jumping in without any discipline at all.
This to extend Japan's lead. The kick is high and handsome, and it's worth 3 more points. As it turned out, the last act of the first half. Japan reached the interval and Newbridge in the lead by 9 points to 3, and I think most of the crowd would say deservedly so. There's a little rain coming down at the moment, and the wind has freshened as we start the second half, and that will now be in Newbridge's favour as they go from right to left. Turner just makes the 10-metre line. Well, the referee thought no. The kick not quite travelling the full 10 metres, and referee Eric Allen takes the packs back to the midfield where Japan will have the put-in. Here's Konishi putting the ball in. An outstanding first half, but Lloyd Davis out to try and level accounts. The Japanese scrum half didn't release the ball, and so Newbridge get the first penalty of the second period. 45 metres out. Lloyd Davis to Turner, to Paul Evans, 12, one of the Newbridge centres. And the referee deciding that the ball had reached touch. Mr. Bevan over there, I don't think he thought so. Newbridge have wearing number 7, Stuart Griffiths. 6 is on the back of Peter Jones. The number 8, hidden from our view, is tall Martin Short. Simon Harris and Stimpson are the locks. And Ransom, Cripps and Hewlett make up the front row. That's Griffiths breaking away, trying to find Short. Good pickup of the greasy ball by Lloyd Davis. The scrum half runs well towards Japan's goal line. The referee's playing advantage. Ransom gives the ball to Peter Jones. And the referee calling a set piece for a little infringement. He's now penalising Newbridge, and the crowd and we are surprised that he didn't let Newbridge use their advantage to go for what looked like a certain try, Phil Bennett.
And here we see Lloyd Davis making a good run and just lays the ball back, leaves there. They drive over, the ball comes back, he gets out well yet, but you see he's already given the penalty.
And here's the kick by Turner. 3 points. So that's Paul Turner's second penalty of the game. Cuts Japan's lead. Japan restart the game, and that's better news for Newbridge. And their forwards, who are playing with plenty of bustle, came up and challenged well. Now here's Turner, always seeing the space, often able to use it, and that was David Owen. And now Newbridge are rampant, and they make a mistake back near the halfway line. So that's a pity. Mahito Yasuda, Japan's fullback, is having to leave the field. And they seem to be conceding the ball at the set piece to Newbridge, and they're fanning out to try and halt the Newbridge attack. Here's Turner, and he's gripped by Konishi, makes the ball available, but the Japanese is first to the scene. Konishi back on his feet, running into Paul Evans. Here comes the counter-attack. Tremendous running by Evans. Now's the time to feed the man, and away goes Glasson, number 14. Look at the Japanese cover though, tremendous. The ball's gone forward. And the Japanese are putting on Kanaya as replacement fullback, and he arrives as his team defend on their goal line. That's Matsuo's clearance kick. Number 1 halfway down the line for Newbridge is Gary Hewlett. And the other prop is Brandon Cripps. Their job to support 4 and 5, Stimpson and Simon Harris. But Simon Harris didn't quite time his jump. Matsuo. It'll be infield for Glasson. Well, the rule books say never wait for the bounce, and Japan are now going to score a try. It looks to me as if Hirao, Kanaya, and it goes to Yoshino. Yoshino scores Japan's second try, and they've showed that they can profit from the mistakes of the opposition. Well, Phil Bennett, really, Newbridge should have killed the danger. When rugby players are small, they're told never to let the ball bounce.
Yes, it was a poor mistake by Newbridge, really. It just started way back inside the Japanese 22, and we can see that eventually it comes to Matsuo puts a long high kick, a speculative kick, and here we see the wing, he's under pressure. Gleason, he lets the ball bounce, and there's a good take by the Japanese left wing. And look at the support there, 3 men up there. He seems to have gone too far, but he just gets his pass in. Good covering by but there's the man getting the ball, and Yoshino's in for an excellent run.
And we just saw the ball floating over the crossbar for the extra 2, and Kobayashi has made it worth a goal. The packing this half in the front row we can see is that of Hewlett against Horaguchi, Japan's tight head prop. He's playing his 4th game of the tour, like the captain. Here's Turner. They got him that time. And this is Chris Phillips going right back to Newbridge's 22. But this is a side full of enterprise, this Newbridge side, coached by Keith Westwood. And they prefer not to kick for touch. That's Phillips going up on Hirao and trying to take him. The ball with Brandon Cripps. And sent back by Lloyd Davis. Turner moving it. Glasson draws a man, and Wainbow can't quite hold on to it. The referee calls the set piece just outside Japan's 22. Konishi, who scored one of Japan's tries this afternoon, to put the ball into a set scrum. A free kick to Newbridge. Little sign of petulance in the Japanese front row involving Ikeda. Well, what's this? This is the Newbridge wall, is it? Which we've heard a little about, behind which what will happen? Well, very bewildering. Peter Jones breaks away. Newbridge in with a chance on the right, but they put another pass on the deck. A reminder that number 7 for Newbridge is Stuart Griffiths, 8 is Martin Short, 5 is on the back of Simon Harris, the newcomer this season from Risca, 4 is Stimpson. Tucked in, number 1 is worn by Hewlett. Cripps is at the very front, and Ransom holds high to throw between the 10 and 22 metre lines of the home team. Short down to Hewlett. Peter Jones to Lloyd Davis. They're going to test Kanaya. There is the replacement fullback of Japan. And that's dangerous. And it's a try for Glasson. Alan Glasson scores Newbridge's first try of the day. And the crowd is delighted. But it has to be said, Phil Bennett, that just like Japan's try just now, this comes from a defence mistake.
Yes, I think we see Lloyd Davis here give a typical piece of Gwent rugby. He's had enough of this run in and drop passive the time being. A bad mistake by the Japanese defence, and Glasson's there ever so quickly, and full marks to the young wing, and he's over for a very good opportunist try.
So the crowd at the northern end of the ground wondering if Newbridge can contrive a second try now, right under their noses. In the foreground, Chris Phillips, waiting for the delivery, number 9, Lloyd Davis. And holding the ball, the number 8, Short. Can he draw a man? Can he get to the line? His size gets him there. Martin Short scores a classic number 8 try for Newbridge. It had a great deal to do with power and determination, and it's cut the gap to a point with a conversion attempt to come. Phil Bennett.
Yeah, we can see and look at the important way that the ball is channeled. Short has got it completely in control. He's got it to the open side of the scrum, and here he picks up, and he's a powerful man. 5 yards ago, breaks the 1-2 tackles, and there's nothing going to stop the big number 8 from going over there. Bang, here he goes.
Scrummage is just inside Japan's territory. Matsuo kicking into space with deadly accuracy. Well may the youngsters wave their arms around. They've seen a lot to get them excited, a lot of handling rugby and a lot of exciting rugby. Japan set siege to Newbridge's 22. Stimpson at the front wins, brings it down to Gary Hewlett with the balding head. He yields it to Lloyd Davis. This is Turner. This time he's not supported, and in this second half the Japanese haven't bought his dummies. Here they go with an attack of their own. Matsuo showing that he can sell a dummy or two as well. That's Horiguchi on the run, 10 metres out. Japan could have a man over. Matsuo gets the try. Yuji Matsuo scoring a wonderful try. Set up by one of the big props, Horiguchi. And the captain showing speed and pace. Phil Bennett, what about this?
Yes, a beautiful try set up there. And look, he shows the dummy, and he's got enough strength to break Wayne Bowes' tackle there. And he goes in for yet another try after scoring one last Saturday. Excellent try by Matsuo.
There's Matsuo, and let's hope that cut thing is going to keep this man out of Saturday's test. Hayashi drives into Lloyd Davis, supplies Oyagi with a pass. The hooker Fujita gets as far as Newbridge's 10-metre line. Japan a bit slow to seize the loose ball. Ikeda, though, making a hash of Lloyd Davis's possession. And now Horiguchi, who set up the last try, drives on, knocks Newbridge players out of the way. Matsuo starts running. And the little drop kick doesn't quite slip through the gap it's intended to. Japan's captain able to turn the Newbridge defenders and get them going backwards. Here's Turner with the penalty for a little indiscipline by the tourists. Fine kick. Now that's a great feeling for the Newbridge forwards, and listen to the crowd. Really is a great day for the Valley, and Newbridge has been rewarded with a good game of rugby, and I suspect an exciting finish on the way. Matsuo steadies everything down. That at a time when Newbridge could really have done with possession from their tall forwards. The Japanese had other ideas. The halfway line. Lots of smiles on the embankment behind. Japan, I think, made a lot of friends here in Newbridge. It should be a great night, whoever wins the game. Barging against Japan, a penalty to the home team. Turner calls for Lloyd Davis's pass. That's it, that's what he was doing in the first half. This is Ransom, up to the 22. The Japanese tackling again is fallible. At that time, Ikeda is in the way, one of their props. And now they have a chance to clear. Matsuo. Newbridge were all upfield, so Wayne Bowe has to go back into his own half. And up with him is Kanaya. Chris Phillips now in trouble, but fortunately he's got Glasson to help him. Glasson's kick is ill-directed, and looks as if Phillips is going to have to try and play his way out of trouble. He's going to run out. Hirao has the ball covered, just inside Japan's territory. A bit of sidestepping by the Japan emergency fullback. Newbridge's tackling is sloppy. Matsuo has the ball. He knows it out on the left. Toshima could be unmarked. Takada, 7 for Japan, and number 3, Horiguchi, are all there. Wonderful, generous applause by the Newbridge crowd. And Phil Bennett, Japan deserved it.
Look at this beautiful run here, some weak tackling, but look at him threading his way through here. Look at that beautiful play here, and he gets his pass in, and it's only desperate defence by Newbridge to stop the try in the corner.
End to end goes the play. And Japan get a penalty for a Newbridge forward entering the ball from the wrong side. Now Matsuo will want to make very sure of this when he missed his last line kick, allowing Newbridge to counter-attack. That one stays infield. Turner's kept it infield. He hasn't been tackled, he can get up and play it. But Japan arrive in strength on their own 10-metre line, and they win. And Matsuo is going to cause Newbridge to backpedal. It's over Chris Phillips's head. The wing is outnumbered 2-1, but he's still running, and he's got support from Peter Jones, one of the Newbridge flankers has got back there, and that's one of Japan's back row men, Takada. Lloyd Davis tries to burst away. He's in touch. That's the end of the game. A historic first visit to the welfare ground at Newbridge by a national touring side has ended with a great victory for the Japanese. Their second victory in Gwent. They win here against Newbridge by 19 points to 14, and they outscored the Welsh side by 3 tries to 2.
Well, a wonderful game here this afternoon with the 32 men playing their part. One of the best games we've seen this season. Excellent result for Japan.
So Japan go into the test on Saturday at the National Ground, Cardiff Arms Park, with 2 wins on the tour to boost their morale, and they will give Wales a run for their money.